like button. Hit the like button.
Run it.
I be right. I really don't like. I be right.
Air, now, hands in the air. Run it.
Hello, motherfucker.
So we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be doing a lot of talking. When I say we, I mean me. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking in this video. It's going to be a longer video, so get your snacks. I'm going to go pretty in depth with everything I'm going to be talking about in this video. We'll be talking about what the Chargers might possibly do. What moves the Chargers might possibly do this offseason and what I would do. So this is me. This is me saying what I would do if I was a GM. So GM Ty in the building. This is what I would do if I was the GM. First, we're going to start with the re-signs. Who should we re-sign? So y'all should be seeing on your screen what I'm looking at on my computer. So I got for the re-signs, Mike Davis, Hunter Henry maybe. We'll get into why it's a maybe. Cole Toner, Isaac Rochelle, Steven Anderson, Sam Tevi, Michael Badgley, Rayshawn Jenkins, Dan Feeney, and Denzel Perriman. Now I'm going to go one by one and explain why I would re-sign them. Why they're most likely going to be re-signed. Is pretty self-explanatory why we need to re-sign Mike Davis. We're old and very limited at corner. He's gotten better and better every year. I used to hate Mike Davis. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to hate him. He never looked for the ball. He was just athletic for no reason. He was athletic but couldn't really play corner, and now he has improved a lot. To me, he's the best corner on the squad. Casey Hayward has definitely regressed this year. I don't know. He was looking terrible for me. He was always giving up a big play, getting beat. Just not looking like the Casey Hayward I've known for the last couple years. But yeah, Mike Davis is number one corner right now, and we need that. We need to keep that number one corner, because we have Chris Harris and Casey Hayward, and they're getting old. And besides them, we ain't really got nobody. Maybe we'll draft a corner with our 13th pick, or draft a corner in the draft sometime in the draft, which I hope we do. But if we say we draft Caleb Farley or Patrick Surtain Jr., that would be a nice, Mike Davis and Patrick Surtain or Caleb Farley on each side. I really like that. I like how that would look. But for right now, I would resign Mike Davis so we could keep him, Casey Hayward, and Chris Harris. Hopefully Chris Harris stays healthy all of next year, because he really makes a difference for our defense. Y'all may not have noticed, but when he was out, we didn't look as good in the secondary. Then when he came back, he helps he can tackle. He could still play. He could still play coverage really good. I definitely seen a difference with him back. So hopefully with Derwin back, please Derwin. Hopefully with Derwin back, and then we have Mike Davis re-signed, Chris Harris healthy, Casey Hayward healthy because he was a little banged up by the end of last year, and we'll be looking good in the. And then hopefully we draft a corner sometime in the draft, and the DBs, the secondary will look good. Hunter Henry, why I said maybe re-sign Hunter Henry depends on how we draft. If we draft Kyle Pitts, I don't know how y'all feel about Kyle Pitts, but if we draft Kyle Pitts, we most likely won't re-sign Hunter Henry, because Kyle Pitts will be on a rookie contract. It will be a lot cheaper than re-signing Hunter Henry and giving him, I don't know how much. I'm not a big numbers guy. I'm not a big cap person, so I don't know how much he would be getting paid when we re-sign him. If we re-sign him, and if they drafted Kyle Pitts, it would make sense why they wouldn't re-sign Hunter Henry. So that's why I said maybe. I wouldn't be mad at re-signing Hunter Henry. He's a reliable tight end. He's really good. He's still young. I think he's like 26. He can run block. He can run routes. He's not the most explosive after the catch. He doesn't really get a lot of yak. For the most part, he usually just, runs routes, catches it, kind of gets taken down. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it. Give Herbert another weapon. That's always good. Cole Toner, which is crazy. Toner has been waived I don't know how many times by us, but he played really good when he was in. So I think they will keep Toner and plug him in, and I feel like he'll get he'll start at guard for us. I think he will start at guard for us. Not much else to say about him. I don't think he'll be very expensive, so that would be good. Isaac Rochelle, he shows potential still. He's young as well. He doesn't really. I feel like we have a lot of D tackles that are we got a lot of average D tackles. He's one of them. I feel like he could be better. He's longer. He's more of an athletic D tackle. He's like the opposite of what Limbaugh is or Brandon Mebane before Limbaugh. So I would like to keep him. Steven Anderson. Steven Anderson really surprised me. I really like how Steven Anderson played. If y'all don't know who Steven Anderson is, then y'all aren't real Charger fans or watch the games, because Steven Anderson started getting in more and more towards the end of the year, and I really like how he plays. He plays with toughness. He can actually run after the catch. By the way, he's a tight end. So him and Donald Parham were getting more time towards the end of the year. He don't drop shit. He can run, like he's the whole package, and he can run. Like when I said Hunter Henry doesn't really run after the catch, it's true. He catches the ball. It's very rare that he gets a full head of steam and he can run after the catch. But other than that, that's it. Steven Anderson, he can catch, he can run routes, he's fast. He's the whole package. I really like him, so we really need to resign. He's one of my favorites that I want to resign. Sam Tevi, another player that I used to hate, and if you're a Charger fan, you can relate, because he was garbage, and I feel like he's improved a good amount. He still has room for improvement, but he's athletic at the tackle. It's hard to find athletic tackles. He's athletic. He's not the strong. He can still get his strength up, but he does have a tendency of getting bull rushed. But other than that, he's improved a lot from when I used to hate him, so I feel like we should re-sign him. Even if we do draft a tackle in the draft with the 13th pick, he'll be great, backup. You know us, we stay with injuries, so it would be good to have a backup tackle that could go in and start for us. So that's why I would resign Sam Tevi. Michael Badgley, you already know why we need. I know Michael Badgley has been on and off, hot and cold for us, but I still have faith in him. He got it together towards the end of the season, which I really like. Hopefully that can translate into next season. But yeah, I don't think we'll find a kicker better than him right now. Rayshawn Jenkins. Me and Rayshawn Jenkins got a love-hate relationship. For me, when I watch Rayshawn Jenkins, I really look at it like, damn, does he do anything good? I know I know that's kind of harsh, but I just be watching. I'm like, God damn, he's ass. Like, but he's good. He's a good ball hawk, but I just feel like in coverage, he's a liability. He's not really big enough to play strong safety, and they've been trying to play Adderley at free safety. So I don't know. With Jenkins, he's solid. So I would re-sign him because we're kind of weak at safety anyways. Hopefully Derwin can come back and play the whole year. I really need that out of him. So Jenkins can have a limited role, and maybe that will make him play better. But also, I'm not going to blame the defense too much, because Gus Bradley set our defense up for failure most of the time with his prevent super zone defense. That shit was terrible. Yeah, Dan Feeney. I know a lot of people don't really like Feeney, or do they? I don't know. I've seen people complain about Feeney and Lamp. I feel like we could resign Dan Feeney. He's not bad, and I'm pretty sure, can't Dan Feeney play center? If he can't, then I'll just be wrong on that. But Dan Feeney, really like Dan Feeney. I feel like he could give us depth at the guard, even if we draft a guard in the draft. It's very possible that we draft a lot, so that's why I'm kind of basing it off. Like, depends on who we draft, who we bring back for depth, if we draft or bring back to start. I feel like Dan Feeney can be that role. If we draft a guard, an offensive guard in the draft, he could be a good backup just like Sam Tevi. If not, he could start. And yeah. And then the last for the re-sign, I would re-sign Denzel Perriman. I really like Denzel Perriman as a player and as just a person. He seems like a really cool dude, and he plays hard. He's one of our own. Like, he actually attacks the gaps in the run game, which it seems like for some reason the Chargers just never do. But I think Perriman and whatchamacallit and Murray were playing the gaps way better in the run game. They need to unleash Murray and let him play to his strengths. So hopefully we see that next season. But yeah, I really like Perriman. He needs to stay healthy, and he needs to learn how to not launch himself when he tackles. I feel like he launches himself too much, which causes the injuries. But yeah, he's good. He's still on the younger side. I really want him back so I could see him and Drew Tranquil and Murray and Kaiser White all run. Oh, that's such a beautiful linebacking core. I really want that. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But these are the people that I would re-sign. Now we're going on to the notable losses. The people that I think we will not re-sign and that will ultimately hit free agency. Melvin Ingram is one. Hunter Henry maybe, and I already kind of explained why, but I'll explain more. Forrest Lamb, another one that I'll explain. Tyrod Taylor and Mike Pouncey. These are the notable ones. We'll lose other ones, but I'm not going to go over everybody that I think we won't re-sign. But Melvin Ingram, he's 32 now. He's older. He's been getting injured more and more, and I don't think he's worth the money at his age and at the production that he's given us. I mess with Melvin Ingram. That's my guy. ASAP.
Welcome to the Krusty Tower, where our motto is
Boat gang don't bang, you know we bout it ASAP. Any squad, any place.
This is post video tie. I had a little bit of technical difficulties on the part where I talked about Mike Pouncey. He had a neck injury and shit like that, so he will not be back. Tyrod, I was talking about it. Basically, we have Herbert. Herbert's not going anywhere. And we have Easton Stick, which is a cheaper option. So we probably, and I know Tyrod still wants to play as a starting quarterback. So that's why I think he'll ultimately leave and hit free agency and test the waters. Oh yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna let you get back to the video. Okay, now we have potential cuts. I know some of y'all are gonna be pretty surprised by this. Potential cuts, we have Mike Williams, Trey Turner, and Limbaugh Joseph. I'm gonna explain why the Chargers could potentially cut them this offseason. As you can see by potential cuts, that's 10% cap. All these three players combined have 10% of the cap. We could save millions by cutting each of them. And I'm gonna explain why there's a good reason why they all can be cut. Mike Will, he just doesn't produce like a number 7 pick. He only has 1,000 yard season. This year he's pretty lackluster. I don't know what's up with Mike Will. Like, he's pretty much just a deep threat receiver, like a jump ball receiver. I don't know why he can't get separation like that. Like, Keenan Allen's always open. Well, but with Mike Will, he just never seems to be open. And even on the contested catches, they're not open. So he's gonna have to. So he's usually just a jump ball. He's ever since that one season where he had like 10 touchdowns, 4 years, lackluster receiver for us. Sadly, I mess with Mike Will, especially if we could draft Jalen Waddle at 13, which I suspect we might do. That's another possibility. And if Waddle is there at 13, we will not pass Waddle. That is too good of a player. He's a starter. He will be right next to Keenan Allen if we draft him. So Mike Will, he's just not it, and we will be paying him too much. We would save, I don't know how much we would save. I'm not a big cap person, not a big numbers person, but we would save a good amount cutting him. And I feel like it's worth it. I'm sorry, but he just doesn't produce. Trey Turner barely played this year. I think he played like 9 games. He just was like, he doesn't play to the level of his money. Simple as that. I don't like to be in other niggas' pockets, but simple as that. Toner play, like, that's what I'm saying. We got guards that could play and not get paid as much as him, and I feel like he would make more than what he deserves, and it would help us, and we would ultimately be able to get younger while getting rid of somebody with age and somebody that would be making a lot of money. And then Limbaugh Joseph had a solid year with us. He played every game. He had a solid year. Cutting him will ultimately free up more cap for us, which could really help. We could bring in somebody younger. I also feel like we have a lot of D tackles that we can work with. We got Isaac Rochelle, we got Jerry Tillery. I feel like Tillery really was taking a step this year in the right direction. We also got Justin Jones. So that's 3 D tackles. We don't need that many D tackles, especially when all of them are pretty much the same. And Limbaugh isn't an athletic D tackle. He's more of a brick wall dude, just like Brandon McBain was. He's a little bit more athletic than Brandon McBain, but they're basically the same. Limbaugh generates no sacks. Well, at least not for us. He did with the Vikings, but for us, he didn't have any sacks. And so to pay him the money that he would be getting paid, I feel like we could cut him and save that and put it towards something else. But yeah, those are the potential cuts. I know so y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on all the shit that I've been talking about this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. about each one, who y'all will resign. What do you think about my resigns? Just basically let me know how y'all feel about my moves as GMTYYT. I'll be making a draft video, probably my top 10 players we should draft, or that I will want the Chargers to draft. I'll do that. Also, divisional round predictions will be uploaded very soon as well. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all. If y'all enjoyed, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on everything that I talked about. I really want to get this discussion popping. I feel like I made a lot of sense and made some really smart moves.
Shout my name when they see me on a block, man, hot, but I get it cause a nigga made it out. If I got a hater, they just really wanna love me, they committed to the hate, but I know they really proud.